Alrighty, Brett here, and this is in response to Brian's leadership questions for set one. And so your first question was, should unfulfilled presidential promises result in widespread protests? And I'd like to say yeah, but nowadays, especially with this last presidential campaign and election being the first one that I could vote in, I paid a little more attention, and because I thought it was just a crapshoot with the two candidates we had, but it seems just so common nowadays where, you know, they just try to one up one another when it's in the campaign, and then, once they actually get into office, they don't actually stick with, their promises, which is bad because I think we need to hold, our president, our country's leader, to a higher standard. So I would like to say yes to nonviolent protests, which I think there has been, but it also many times leads into violent protests. But with how much and how many promises I don't think are going to be fulfilled, then maybe it's better that there shouldn't be. And then for your second question, you said, why do you think the Euromaidan was important for the revolution in Ukraine? And I mean, yeah, I think it was important. It was, it was the largest form of protest and the way that most people did protest. And, it ended up forcing the president to leave. And, through the use of social media and with the hashtags such as that, it's a way for the mainstream media to not really dictate what message and activity gets forced out to the masses. And, you get to see firsthand if it's from a credible, user social platform, then it's a way where you can really learn what's going on, what's happening, and why it's happening. And for your third question, how was Nahum's Facebook post asking for action not like similar or different from what Gaman did in Egypt? And I don't think, it was too different. But one of them did specifically call to action, like for action, whereas Ghanem, he didn't directly ask or state to start a revolution. And I think that's where they're both separated. But I did like these questions, and aside from number two, I think both 1 and 3 could both be interchangeable and could go either way depending on the person or their beliefs that they have on the situation.